Learning your body's normal behaviors and patterns is an absolutely essential part of maintaining a healthy life. When something doesn't feel right or seems off about your body, it's important to be able to distinguish that factor as something abnormal and be able to seek the proper help with getting to the bottom of what's causing this abnormality. One 22-year-old man would soon learn that ignoring all of the warning signs his body was desperately trying to tell him would prove to be absolutely disastrous and leave him fighting for his life. Joe Hai, a 22-year-old man living in the United States. Like most people his age, his body is performing at its peak. When you're 22 years old, typically you can get away with not taking optimal care of your body, but that doesn't mean you're invincible and immune to all of the curveballs life tends to throw at people every now and then. One day Joe Hai found himself experiencing severe abdominal pain, along with difficulty breathing. Both of these warning signs usually point to severe medical emergencies that require immediate medical attention. Joe Hai decided that this was no laughing matter, and even though everyone at some point in their lives has experienced abdominal pain and lived to tell the tale, it wasn't a risk he wanted to take. Once he got to the doctor's office and he was admitted into one of the medical rooms, the nurses and doctors began asking questions involving his health and any abnormalities he might have been experiencing. This is where Joe Hai revealed something absolutely shocking. It turns out that he hadn't had a proper movement since he was a newborn baby 22 years ago. After sharing this information with all of the medical staff, he took off the jacket he always wore around his abdomen area, and showed exactly how swollen the area was. Needless to say, the doctors immediately advised him that surgery was necessary. A CT scan revealed a massive buildup of feces in his colon, 22 years worth to be exact. Once the doctors were able to confirm that surgery was needed to rectify this issue, they ended up removing a bloated section of his colon that weighed a staggering 28 pounds. After years of suffering, Joe was finally diagnosed with Hirschsprung's disease, which is a rare disorder that affects fewer than 200,000 individuals in the United States each year. According to the Mayo Clinic, Hirschsprung's disease is when some nerve cells are missing in the colon, which makes it difficult to pass stool. The treatment is to have the affected part of the colon missing. Cincinnati children stated that the condition occurs more frequently in boys than in girls, and there is a genetic cause. If a parent suffered from Hirschsprung's disease, then it is likely their children could have it also. One early symptom is if an infant doesn't have a movement within 48 hours of birth. Joe is predicted to make a full recovery despite waiting 22 years to address the condition that has prevented him from having a movement nearly his whole life.